On MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal.
Pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The games count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network. And it's coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
2019 New York Yankees.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one grain on that bat, and you got a potential three-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
The bouncer to the left side, taken in by Gregorius. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you. That's a win right there.
Fastball called for strike two. Paxton has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least one or two times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Orioles kept off the scoreboard. Yankees coming to bat in the first. You're watching MLB Network. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Here's Miguel Andujar now. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's gone 3 for 4. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Andujar is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leveraged. Without question, 1-0, 2-0. You'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one. The 0-2 delivery. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Under it is the right fielder. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Batting fourth, no left fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He's set. Here it comes. Good downward action there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. One left for the Yankees. Still no score. And here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather.
Well, Matt, clearly there is no rain in the area as of yet, but the reports that I'm getting say precipitation is expected as this game moves along. Of course, the grounds crew and the umpires will work to get this one in without a delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it is impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
You hope not, but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp, you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Popped him up. Encarnacion trying to get there, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
batting fifth, the center fielder, number 9, Ian Broxton.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the outstanding outfielder Keon Broxton. First offering on its way. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Stanton to the track. And it's gone.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. Davis, who's often called Crush Davis. He was a 5th, and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Orioles on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and it's now 1-0 Baltimore. At the plate, Edwin Encarnacion, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Edwin.
A ball and no strikes.
Count 1-0.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Striding into the box, Torres, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Torres goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Digging in, Gary Sanchez. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. He's taken him deep once. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Bundy, originally from the Sooner State of Oklahoma. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. The Yanks go 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Hit back up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single. Into the box, Jesus Sucre.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D'Lo, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now. A swing and a shot hit down short porch for a home run.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Into the box, Richie Martin. Hicks is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, number 21.
Ready for another chance. Number 21. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And it's fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Popped him up. LeMahieu has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
So 2 men are gone now in the Baltimore third, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But the Orioles strike for 2 thanks to the 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 3-0 Baltimore. Here's Didi Gregorius. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's totaled 4 hits in 17 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. A ball and a strike now. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. And that'll put the Yankees on the board. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. And he hits it hard to the right side. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The batter, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Stepping into the box, DJ LeMahieu. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It looked like from our perspective he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
2-1 to count. Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Croxton facing back at the track, and that one is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Yankees have cut it to a 3-2 score now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, Vivo, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game before. We haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To short. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, the center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're up 3-2. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. So 1 away here with the bases empty. And that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Digging in to try it again. Torres looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him.
Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're down 3-2. Here's Chris Davis now.
Leading off for the Orioles, the first baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Gregorius has it. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Renato Nunez. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1. Fouled off. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
The catcher, number 40, Jesus.
Digging in, Jesus Sucre. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up. Line toward right center, but he will run this one down in right center. A tough L9, and the inning is over. 3 up. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
One and two to the Yankees catcher.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. A swing by Sanchez, and this one's soaring out into left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. First home run of the campaign for him, and with it, the Yankees have tied this one at 3. And now, Didi Gregorius. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Mancini has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Truxton back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Now at the plate, DJ LeMahieu. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Hit down the line at first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Again, a 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
And as a pitcher, that's always tough. Looked like he got a bad break on some of those calls, but he's got to learn that sometimes the calls don't go your way, and you've just got to move on. That's something that young pitchers can have a hard time with, though.
Fastball just inside. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Fielder, number 99.
Digging in once again, Aaron Judge. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. In the dirt here, no movement on base. It's ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's the 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
And you know, the heavy stuff has finally arrived. This has got to be the hardest rain we've seen all afternoon.
The 2-0 pitch. 2-1. Ball 3.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble. Stepping up now, Giancarlo Stanton has gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And it's 1-2. LeMahieu at third, Andujar at second, Judge at first. 2 out in the inning. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. Looking up is the right fielder. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. First home run of the campaign for him, as it is now 7-3. Pitching change, as that's going to do it for Dylan Bundy. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. No hits to this point. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hands.
And strike 3 there, as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate. Back to the top.